Grand Hotel for the Republican Party up on North Hill, and I can tell you right now the atmosphere is very relaxed. Summer isn't over until the Magic City has had its Great Tomato Festival, and you know, besides the amazing food that's going to be had tonight, it's also a major fundraising event that sometimes people overlook. Any Scandinavian or Norwegian blood in my body, but I'm going to do my best to see if I can master the Scandinavian IQ test here at the Norse Host Fest, and Marla Gassman is going to help me out to see if I get this right. So here goes nothing. All right, so we have Iceland. Yeah, okay. One right.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, so I'm doing pretty well, aren't I?
You're doing fantastic.
The search is still on for 56-year-old Kelly Kresbach, who was last reported missing Saturday night. The City Council will discuss a wide range of topics from flood insurance to snow routes and even hunting within city limits. The council will discuss input on the updated FEMA maps that will be rolling out soon, as well as how it will impact residents living in or even near the flood zone. And tonight in Minot, women are being honored for their dedication and their time well spent in the community. And I have to say, it is quite the scene to be in here with all these women who've spent so much time making the city of Minot better. Now, you may have heard the old saying, the early bird catches the worm, but I'm gonna go ahead and change that to the early risers make the pie. Early this morning, about 7 a.m. or so, I got the chance to go behind the scenes and see what it really takes to make these homemade special pies. And it's opening day of a MagicCon, and these people are excited, aren't you? Yeah! Look at this, look at this. They're so excited, and look at all these costumes. I'm here with this guy and Star Wars. We got everything going on. Last year, the State Fair attendance was just under 300,000 people. And this year, well, officials say they hope to crush that number. We have got a competition going on behind me. Participants can partake in what they call a Milk the Cow contest. Well, they will have 15 seconds to see if they have the fastest hands on the farm. Woo! How about that? Woo! Now, if the grant were accepted and passed, sidewalks will be built on both sides of the street on 17th Avenue from 3rd Street all the way to 6th Street, right by Washington School. Not only do you have to make sure your car doors are locked, but also make sure your personal valuables like your phone and your wallet are stowed away out of sight. Workers are still setting up for opening day, which is in a couple of days, but one thing's for sure, Berry Acres will have plenty of activities for the whole family to slide right into fall. Outfits like these are not only common and comfortable while hunting, it's also a legal must-have in the state of North Dakota. Need a ride? The Minot City Transit has got you covered. Every day, walking your dog and even playing with your children outside, but doing all that without your shoes. That's what many children in Africa endure every day, but some high school students here are working to change that. Jury convicted Martin Shkreli, known to many as Pharma Bro, of fraud and conspiracy today in the federal securities case against him. All right, thanks, Kate. Fairs across the country are taking extra precautions after a ride malfunctioned in Ohio yesterday, killing one person and injuring 7 others. When inspectors here in North Dakota found out, they shut down the OMG ride at the fair that's similar to the one in Ohio and inspected it and retightened its bolts. The ride here at the state fairgrounds is only a couple months old, but the Fireball is reportedly about 20 years old. The ride's inspector says even the direction of the ride is different. The National Transportation Safety Board is leading the investigation into what caused a fatal natural gas explosion at Minnehaha Academy in Minneapolis. Teams arrived on site today to get an overview of the damage and will begin collecting information starting tomorrow. The building officials believe the explosion was caused when a contractor working on the building ruptured a gas line. The explosion killed 2 school employees and injured several others. 4 Minot fire stations responded to a house fire on 12th Avenue on the northeast side of town. When crews arrived, they say they saw intense smoke on all levels of the home. It's not clear what started the fire, but they say it may have been in the kitchen. No one was home when the fire started. The fire marshal let the homeowner know that he won't be able to stay in his house tonight. Authorities have released the name of the man they say killed himself after barricading himself inside his apartment yesterday. They say 32-year-old Stephen Vance was wanted on child sexual exploitation charges, and a warrant had been issued for his arrest. The State Fair is about fun, games, and being safe.
The biggest thing to being safe on the fairgrounds is really common sense. We have a lot of people coming in and there's a lot of activity and action, so making sure that you pay attention to where your valuables are and you'll have a great time.
Last year, the Sheriff's Department says it received 370 calls during the 9 days of the fair, which included 2 broken vehicles that were left unlocked in the parking lots.
We don't want anybody to come back to their vehicle after the fair and find out that it's been broken into. Some of the things we can't avoid, people breaking windows, but residents can do the simple things, making sure their windows are all the way up, the doors are locked.
Not only do you have to make sure your car doors are locked, but also make sure your personal valuables like your phone and your wallet are stowed away out of sight.
Just keep it out of the view of people. If somebody walks by, maybe they weren't intending to steal anything. If they see it, it's a crime of opportunity. Maybe they reach in, break a window, it's something they want. But if you keep it out of the view, it's less of a chance that they're going to really want that because they won't know it's there.
Hubbard also says to always have a plan in case your family gets separated.
Have a plan. If you're there with some kids or maybe they bring some friends, you're not quite sure what they're wearing, take a quick picture of them with your cell phone so then we can have an accurate description if you do get separated to put out to the officers as to who to look for and exactly what they're wearing.
The Ward County Sheriff's Department, along with Minot Police and the Highway Patrol, say they will all be on hand. Fall is the perfect time of year. Not too hot and not too cold.
Get outside, the leaves are turning. It's usually a nice time of year just to get outside.
And the perfect time to have some fun with the family.
As long as you have them nice fall days, it's hard to predict what's going to happen in October, but if the weather's nice, the people show up.
This year, Berry Acres Pumpkin Patch is featuring a few new attractions, like a 9-hole miniature golf course and paintball targets.
Every year we try to add 1, 2 new things, you know, and then keep what we've had going. So yeah, we're trying to expand it every year.
And there's also traditional fall produce to buy, some larger than others.
We grow everything here as far as pumpkins of all sizes, different squash, gourds, decorative stuff. Yeah, everything's growing here.
They still have their famous corn maze where participants are challenged to find their way out.
It takes anywhere from a half hour to 45 minutes to come and go through it. Kids of all ages, you know, like it all the way up to the adults.
For Calvin and his wife, just seeing families together makes all the work worth it.
You know, it's nice to have everything done, ready, and seeing everybody enjoy it. Having something for the kids to come out and do is kind of why we do it.
Workers are still setting up for opening day, which is in a couple of days, but one thing's for sure, Berry Acres will have plenty of activities for the whole family to slide right into fall.